Early on into the film Miss India, a little girl tells her father that she got the first rank in class. Instead of praising her, he scolds her, saying it is important that she knows her goal in life. I was a little surprised, so I went back to the start of the film only to notice that the film has been rated as 7 plus. But in this case, what they probably mean is that if you are over 7 years of age, you should not watch this movie. Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching our Tolly review. My name is Hriday Ranjan. This week's movie is Miss India, directed by Narendra Nath, starring Kirti Suresh, Jagapati Babu, Naresh, Rajendra Prasad and Naveen Chandra. Manasa Samyukta is an ambitious girl from Lambasingi and she hopes to one day pursue an MBA and start her own business. But her family is dead against her starting a business because 1, she is a woman, and 2, because businesses are not meant for middle class families like theirs. However, how middle class are they really is a question that only an income tax official can answer, because as soon as her brother gets a job in the US, the entire family relocates there and lives in a large spacious house, and she also pursues an MBA. Samyukta has an ambition of selling chai to Americans. In a country obsessed with coffee, she wants to set up a business empire by selling chai from India. The makers probably wanted to send across a message of female ambition and entrepreneurship, but the film seems to be written by 2 backbenchers who are doing a correspondence BCom course. We are never given any answers. Like, for example, the basic concept, chai is not that unique to Americans. Also, why do people seem to love her chai so much? And what is so unique about the way she does her business? We are never given these answers. Instead, what we are given are lengthy dialogues about humanity and society. The dialogues in the film have clearly been written to portray Kirti Suresh as a mass superstar. However, the film spends its first 1 hour so leisurely, it's almost as if the responsibility to pick up the film's pace is somebody else's. When Samyukta explains basic concepts like SWOT analysis to her classmates who clearly came in through management quota, they call her a genius. We get a few scenes that we have seen hundreds of times, like the guy picking clothes for the girl or a game of truth or dare, which in all honesty, the government needs to ban along with PUBG for being a writing crime. Talented actors like Naresh and Rajendra Prasad are wasted in EMI paying roles. The editor clearly seems to be working from home all through the film's making. There is a character in the film who has Alzheimer's, but the depiction and treatment of that character is truly forgettable.
నా దగ్గర గ్రేట్ బిజినెస్ ఐడియా ఉంది.
చెప్పండి సార్, చెప్పండి.
అయితే నేను పాకిస్తాన్ మీద ఎక్స్టెన్సివ్ రీసెర్చ్ చేశా. అక్కడ పోర్క్ ఎవ్వడు అమ్మట్లేదు. మనం అక్కడ పోర్క్ అమ్ముదాం.
జీనియస్ సార్, మీరు జీనియస్. మీరు ఏంటి ఎంబీఏ చేశారా?
లేదే, బీకామ్ చేశా. కానీ సినిమాలు చాలా చూస్తుంటా.
మనిషి కాదు సార్, మీరు మహర్షి.
ఇంకొకటి ఉంది నా దగ్గర ఐడియా. అదేంటంటే నార్త్ కొరియాలో ఈవీఎం మెషిన్స్ లేవు అక్కడ. పాపం ఈవీఎం మెషిన్స్ లేక ఓట్లు ఇవ్వడేయడం లేదు అక్కడ. మనం అక్కడ ఈవీఎం మెషిన్స్ అమ్ముదాం.
ఓహ్ సార్, జీనియస్ సార్. మీరు బిజినెస్ చేస్తూ ఉండండి, నేను మీ మీద సినిమా తీస్తా.
ఓ అవునా? సినిమా పేరు ఏమనుకుంటారు?
మిస్టర్ ఇండియా.
కానీ ఆ సినిమా మాత్రం నెట్ఫ్లిక్స్కి అమ్ముదాం.
జీనియస్ సార్, మీరు అసలు బిజినెస్ జీనియస్. You know, whichever film we review, we try to look for some positivity. And in this also we found some positives. Like, for example, the film released on Netflix, which means it is possible to bribe somebody at Netflix India and get your film selected. Also, if you're a lover of nostalgia, then Jagapati Babu will serve you a lot of nostalgia by taking you back a decade and doing classic Jagapati Babu stuff. Not only is he a terrible antagonist, but he is also probably the world's worst businessman ever. His idea to get more customers to his coffee shop is by making his waitresses serve in bikinis and also introducing a weekly Saturday $1 million lottery. By the time you watch this video, the next US president would already be selected, but I hope neither Trump nor Biden watch this movie because they might impose stricter immigration laws against Indians. What could have been an inspiring story is let down by dull dialogues and terrible storytelling. And the worst part is the film does not even make business sense. Like, Kirti Suresh is the topper of her MBA course, but she joins a call center job to begin her career with. She gets an investment of $1,000 and she uses it to print brochures for free samples. A few months into her business, she is driving a Mercedes. She offers a line of credit to another firm, but she does not insure her goods. The script of this film is the stuff of Mukesh Ambani's nightmares. Kirti Suresh is saddled in a role that gives her nothing to engage with. There are points in the film where you are beginning to wonder what on earth is going on. You know, we usually complain about female roles in our movies, but in this film, it's almost as if somebody overcompensated and took revenge by writing the male roles as shoddily as possible. Once the unintentional funniness of the film ran out, I began to feel a tinge of sadness. On one hand, you have films like last week's Color Photo, which had two youngsters struggling for years to achieve their dream of making a movie. And on the other hand, you have films like this, which have access to budgets and locations and stars, and yet it is a lost opportunity. అంటే చాయ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ బాగుంది కానీ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ బిస్కెట్ అయింది. The film Miss India is largely disappointing. It has no originality or creativity. Avoid watching the film for your own safety because you can always watch something else on OTT. Thank you for watching our review. For more such interesting videos, please subscribe to Film Companion South by pressing the bell icon.
నాకు ఇంకో బిజినెస్ ఐడియా వచ్చింది.
చెప్పండి సార్.
నేను కాఫీ అమ్మి ప్రెసిడెంట్ అవుతా.
జీనియస్ సార్, మీరు జీనియస్.